debate it. Are we alienating this jury? This courageous jury has been here since January 2nd, doing their duty. And still they walk in day after day after day, and there is delay after delay after delay. Let's debate it. Starting with John Lieberman. Is this a slap in the face to these jurors?
Well, it is, but you know, Jane, I don't think it's going to have any impact. And the reason being that, you know, this jury is so invested right now. They have been here for the better part of 4 months. They don't like Jodi Arias. They don't believe Jodi Arias. And, you know, this jury knows they have a job to do. And despite the delays, despite Jodi being on the stand for 18 days, they are here to finish their job. And I expect that's exactly what they'll do when we come back tomorrow and we hear from Jodi Arias.
Evangeline Gomez for the defense. I think there can be a boomerang effect. If all these people walk in and
Guys,
their valuable time, they sit there and then they're told to go home, could they take it out on the defendant?
Well, of course they could. Of course they could take it out on the defendant, but the issue here is that you have a defense who made 2 wonderful motions today to make sure that their client, if on appeal, is entitled to a fair trial. And I think those motions cannot be ignored. They were a great tactic. We have to remember, we don't have trials to protect the rights of juries. We have trials to protect the rights of defendants.
Are you kidding me? You think it's a great tactic for the defense to say, I want off the case? I mean, what kind of confidence does that give to the jurors?
They said they wanted off the case.
Nobody is willing to take the stand and speak in her defense.
They said they wanted off the case under Strickland because they felt the judge was not allowing them to put forth a case where they could put forth an adequate defense for Ms. Jodi Arias. And that's why they asked for the motion to withdraw, because they couldn't serve as effective counsel.
Stacey Honowitz, please bring some sense to these proceedings.
Well, first of all, you know, juries, are used to the delays, unfortunately. I don't think it's going to weigh against the defense. I mean, being in trial is the most unpredictable type of theater you could ever have because you never know what's going to happen. You can never predict what's going to go on in a day. As far as them making these motions, I'm not surprised that they made these motions. I'm not surprised that they tried to withdraw. But the judge said no, denied both of them. Listen, you had adequate, we can make room, we can seal the courtroom, she can testify by videotape, we'll put in the safeguards that need to be put in. You are the lawyers on this case, move forward. And the judge did the right thing by denying the motions.
John Lieberman.
Right thing at all.
Well, and it almost felt like Mr. Nurmi was throwing a pseudo temper tantrum when the judge didn't immediately grant the motion for a mistrial. He sort of struck back with, well, fine then we're not going to have any mitigation witnesses, almost like that was supposed to bother the judge.
It had to do with intimidation, just so we clarify. That was his argument.
What I said was, it was as if Mr. Nurmi was throwing a tantrum.
Hold on a second. Let me ask everybody a question. We're going to go around the panel. How many people feel that the reason that Patty Womack did not testify, this is Jodi Arias' good friend from the 6th grade, this is the one who went to her wedding. Jodi was a bridesmaid at Patty's wedding. How many think that she did not testify because she was in fear for her life? Answer that. Raise your hands, panel. Okay, nobody thinks, nobody believes that she was in fear for her life. Not even the people on the defense?
I believe. Yeah, my hands up. I believe.
Okay, your hands are up. Okay, yeah, there we go. We see the hands. All right, Jamie Weintraub, do you really feel, given that she had the opportunity to testify in a sealed situation where there wouldn't be cameras, where nobody would see her going in and out, that she's really so scared to death that she would not take a stand for her friend Jodi?
Yeah, because here's what wasn't being sealed. It is like a stoning atmosphere out there, just like with Casey Anthony. I mean, what's up with these strangers coming from hundreds of miles to get a glimpse of this woman? I mean, this is not entertainment. This is somebody's life or death. She's a human being. She is a defendant.